Hi everyone, it's Leanne Jago back with Two Sisters Art. So this time I'm using the August box again, and I've been a bit slack, so sorry it's been a bit late. But this time I'm going to use the soft cut carving block. Now these are really cool because you can use them sort of more for stamping. Really easy to carve. Yeah, and it's just fun. So I had an idea of going to create 3 trees. So I'm just going to divide the block up unevenly. As you can see, it's really easy to cut. It just slices, which is fantastic. And then I'm going to draw a sort of template about, or a rough idea of a design. Now these are abstract trees. These are very abstract trees. But yeah, I really like them. I think they turned out really well. And they don't turn out very much like those pictures, but they're similar. And doing it the way I have, they're actually really universal. So I've got like the 3 different tree outlines, and then when I carved them, I've carved the trunks and the branches slightly different, which means I've got 3 different trees, like the leaves, and I've got 3 different trunks, which is really, really cool because, as you can see, when I go to print them, the blue one I actually end up using, it was not the round one, it was one of the other ones, I end up using on a different tree. But yeah, you'll see that in the end. So I started to carve, and because it is white, you can't really see where you're carving that much. So I actually just got my stays on and just rubbed it over it a little bit. You can just use a piece of some acrylic paint, and that'll do the exact same thing. It's just that I found that was quick and easy. So I'm just carving, and then if you've seen at the start there, I actually had a little tiny piece left over, which I kind of carved into grass, but it doesn't really work, but it kind of does. But you'll see that at the end. As I said, I only had the plan of trees and using acrylic paint just to stamp them, I guess. So so here we are. I've got all of them carved out now. So I am using a variety of Dina Wakley media products. So I have blushing, cheddar, and heather as the leaves, and then I'll use fuchsia for all of the branches, and then I do some grass and some evergreen, and then I do actually add another tree at the end off camera, which is a sky and an ocean. So they're the ones that I'm going to use. So as you can see, I'm sort of just stamping. I started off on just a dummy piece, I suppose you like, and I printed on there to see what it looked like. And then as you can see, when I'm going along through all of these, I actually sort of just fix it a little bit, I suppose you could say. So I do 3 of these little square ones, and then I do 2 longer rectangle, more a scene, I suppose. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but I think the square ones will actually look pretty cool as little cards. You can use them individually, these trees, or you can use them as a set. So this is the heather, which is really, you can't really see it that well on, oh, you kind of can, on film there. It is a lighter colour, it's one of the new colours, so, but I think it still works pretty well, and I'm not really a bright person, I'm not really a dark person, but I'm not really a pastely person, that's for sure. But anyway, okay, we won't dwell on that too much. We'll just go on to stamping the actual branches. So you can see this one I'd stamped there, and it was actually supposed to be that triangle-y type leaf pattern, and it actually works better on the circle one. So I'm just sort of testing it there and getting it to where I actually like it, and then I'll go through and stamp it. So I'll do the same process with all the trees, because I do all the tree branches in the magenta. I think I've already said that. So yeah, so sit back and have a watch for a little while. So obviously the possibilities are endless. As I said, there's the 3 backgrounds and the 3 branches, but the colours are endless. Possibilities. I think I'm going to use these ones probably a few times. Yeah, for a really quick card, I'd probably even try them on some of my ATCs, which would look pretty cool too. So this is where I'm stamping the little grass sort of cut out one, and I don't know. Probably because I didn't draw it first, I just sort of carved into the block randomly. But I do have the other side, so if I want to fix it, I can. It just ended up being too blocky for what I was thinking. So I do only print it on one of the little squares and then one of the set of the rectangle-y ones, the bigger ones. And I do use the evergreen, and then I actually go over it, I think it was with the sky colour, just to add a bit more depth to it. And as you can see when I'm here, I'm actually folding it a little bit for those trees at the top there, because I only want sort of the middle part. I didn't want the bigger size rectangle of the leaves. So this is where I decide that I'm finished. But then if you have a look at the close-ups in a second, you will see that I stamped out on one of the rectangles and one of the squares a blue tree. And this will actually show you how versatile it is, because I really like the blue tree in the end. So you can see the blue tree there. So you can have these as minimalist or as compact as you like. So thank you very much, and I will see you next time. Please like, comment and subscribe.